This video is a brief introduction to one-to-one functions. In general, a one-to-one function is said to be one-to-one if for every element in the domain there is exactly one element in the range, and every element in the range comes from exactly one element in the domain. So I have three examples here. When we look at each one of these, for the first example, everything in this first set, which we call the domain, corresponds to only one thing in the second set, which we call the range. So in this case, P is only associated with M, Q is only associated with N, and R is associated with N. This is not one-to-one because if I go the other way, M only corresponds to P, but N corresponds to two different values, Q and R. So this one is not one-to-one, but it is a function. I think that you can see pretty plainly here that P corresponds to X, and X only comes from P, and the same for Q and R. So this second one here is a one-to-one function. The third picture that we have here, this is not even a function. In order to be a function, every X value has to correspond to only one Y value, and we have a problem here because Q is associated with both Y and Z. So we can look at a set of ordered pairs, or we can look at pictures such as this to decide, but we can also decide if a function is one-to-one if we're given the graph of that function. So a function is one-to-one if every horizontal line intersects the function only once. So for this first example, it would not matter where I drew this horizontal line. I would only cross the function once. So this one is one-to-one. For this second picture, you can see that I can draw a horizontal line and cross in more than one place, so this one is not one-to-one. It's very similar to the vertical line test we use to see if something is a function, only we use the horizontal line test to see if that function is one-to-one.